Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. Quick video. Let's talk about Deathstroke. Now, Deathstroke, pretty much every version that I've seen, except one, has been great, or has at least looked good. You know, like the only one I didn't like was Arkham Knight, the game, but that was only because you couldn't actually fight him. Had to be a tank fight, so that was like a terrible letdown. Since he was such a great villain, Slade is a great character. He's not always been a villain, but he's a great character. I've seen him in animated, like, to be fair, Arkham Knight is the only time I didn't like him. That's the only time I didn't like him. But like, in animated movies, every single time I've seen him, I liked him. I've been watching the DC AU movies, animated universe. I've watched most of the DC animated movies, and I think I've seen all the ones with him in it, with Deathstroke in the movie. And every time in the animated movies, he's been awesome to look at. He's been a brilliant character. He's just been generally awesome. And then in the CW shows in Arrow, he was great. Fantastic villain in season 2. He came back later on in the show as well, and he was great. Slade Wilson was fantastic in Arrow. And then there was Justice League. Something fell over. And then there was Justice League, right? So after credit scene, he wasn't in the movie, but after credit scene he was there meeting Lex Luthor, and he looked so cool. Joe Mannion, I can't pronounce the surname, sorry, but Joe he looked like a proper cool Slade Wilson. He looked fantastic. The suit looked amazing, and we didn't even see him in action, but he was damn cool. And I hope he comes back for a movie, I hope he comes back for a movie. I wanted him to be the villain for the Batman movie, but it seems not happening anymore. But I hope it does happen at some point. I think that'd be great, with like, because they did tease him as well. Ben Affleck did tease him, but obviously he's gone now, so it's not going to happen now. But I want to see him fight Batman. It would be cool. I want to see him in a DCEU movie. That version that Joe played in the after credits scene of Justice League was damn cool. Anyway, the point is, I love Deathstroke. So, what do I think of the Titans version? So I've seen up to episode 3. Episode 4's coming out, I think, the day after I record this, which I'll be sure to watch. Episode 2, at the end, they introduced Deathstroke, and episode 3 was more focused around him, around his plans, etc. And I think he's really cool. So far, I'm impressed. I don't like the suit as much as I like the CW one or the movie one, but he looks cool. It's a bit different, the suit. Like, I think it's a bit more, I don't know, it's the colors are a bit different, but like, it looks like Deathstroke, and it looks really cool. The actor, I don't know who the actor is. I can't remember his name actually, but he looks like Slade. He looks like Slade Wilson. He looks like a great version of Slade Wilson, and I reckon he'll do a good job. I want to see him in action though. We haven't seen him in action yet, but the ending of episode 3 was crazy. What happened with him? Episode 2, the introduction was really good, and I'm like, wow, this guy is cool. I want to see more from this guy. I think it has potential to be. He has potential to be fantastic in this show. I reckon they could really nail it, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with Slade on this show. I hope he stays a main plot point. I don't know if he will stay a main plot point, but I hope he is a main plot point until the end of the season. I want him to be the main villain. I think he deserves to be the main villain, like, of a show or a movie. He's an expert in combat. He knows how to fight. He's like an evil Captain America in a way. He's got super serum, etc. He is a badass. Absolute badass. He is insane. He is awesome. He deserves to be the main plot point, in my opinion. So I cannot wait to see what he does. And no spoilers, but the ending of episode 3 was really intriguing, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in the next episode now, because I feel like something might happen with a certain character that happens in a comic, but in a different way in the comics. So I'm not going to say what it is, since it'd be a spoiler, but all I'm going to say is, if you haven't seen Titans, catch up on it, and I think you will like, if you're a fan of Deathstroke, you will like season 2's version, in my opinion. You might not, but I think you will. But, you know, if you're a DC fan, I recommend the show. I recommend watching up to season 2. See what you think. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and stay up.